Thank you for your interest in ETAP STAR Auto Evaluation, which stands for Automated Protection and Coordination Evaluation. This feature is one of the many features which is going to be released with ETAP 14. And in this webinar, we are going to cover the following objectives. Basically, we are going to answer 4 questions. What is STAR Auto Evaluation and how does it work? What is the application and who is the target user? What is the benefit of this new feature? And at the end, what is the requirement to run it? So let's start with the first one. STAR Auto Evaluation is an automated and intelligent detection tool for protection zones. At the same time, it intelligently evaluates the overcurrent, protection, and coordination based on user-defined rules or the rules which are typically provided as part of the package and is based on industry practice. It has the possibility to select the type of the evaluation, like protection or coordination or both, and also the type of the fault, like phase or line to ground. It provides you with the tabular and graphical display of evaluation results and gives you the opportunity to fix any observed issues right at the spot. Now let's see how it works. As soon as I select any portion of the network, the STAR Auto Evaluation button becomes available under the STAR, which is for Protection and Coordination Studies in ETAP. Once I press this button, I would put a name for the report like STAR Auto Evaluation and press OK. The program starts to collect all of the required data for evaluating the protection and coordination of selected zones and comes up with the analysis viewer, which is consisting of 2 portions, one for the tabular display of the evaluation result and another one is for the graphical display. For each of the bus zones, the program gives you the result under the columns representing the pass or fail in the form of colored ball. Green means it's passed, orange means there is a warning that or a note or message that needs to be considered, and red means it is failed. In this specific case, as you can see, we don't have any red item, meaning everything has been passed, and this is because we have already gone through the verification of a study result and adjusted the issues right at the spot. The only issues that we are observing right now is for this transformer, and the program is giving a red with the message that the creep curve crosses the damage curve, which is true in this case, but it might be acceptable depending on the case. We can also have the coordination study result for different zones like branch, bus, and the branch could be a transformer like these 2 cases, or the branch could be a cable like this cable. On the graphical portion, you have some tools like capturing of the screen for the graphical portion and save it as enhanced meta file, EMF file, or you can copy to the clipboard and paste it in the third-party application such as Microsoft Word. You also have the option to show the range of the protective device settings similar to what we have in the star view, and you can also measure the time margin or time difference between time dials of different protective devices. For instance, if we look at this transformer coordination between the upstream and downstream relay, if we want to verify the coordination time interval, the CTI between these two relays, we can simply use the tool right at the spot and measure it all across the two time current curve of the relays and make sure that the result or the evaluation of the star auto is correct. Or if you have a failure situation, try to correct it right at the spot by changing these time current curves. Let's have a sample case. As a sample case, I have saved the initial settings of the protective devices in this project under a revision called as found. So if I select this revision, select the whole network again with the as found settings and run the evaluation, star auto evaluation again, and save it under the same report name, I can see the problems that were observed in the first place and how it was fixed as I showed you. So for instance, I can go to the motor section, and for this motor I can see I have problem with the protection of this motor in the pickup limit range for the motor circuit protector and overload heater, in the full load amps of the motor protection, also in the acceleration and lock rotor current section of this motor. As you can see, the MCP is overlapping the LRC, that's why this is failed, and overload heater is much higher than the permitted pickup setting in the rule books, so that is why it's failed. If I want to fix the problem, I can simply select the overload heater and look at the message that it is provided for overload heater. In this case, that would be the trip amps 81.7 amp is above maximum limit of 65.4 amps, which is 115% of the FLA. So I need to put the setting of this overload to something below 65.4. So what I can do is simply double click on the overload heater. Program automatically and intelligently brings the rating page, and what I can do is I can select, for instance, this one. This one would be 65.55, which is still a bit above. So if I go one below, like 56, then it will be right below the percentage. And if I press OK, the program would re-evaluate the new settings for this zone, this motor zone, and as can be seen, the overload heater has passed the evaluation. Now the only problem we have is with the MCP, motor circuit protector, so I only need to push it further to the right, and the program again would re-evaluate the MCP or motor circuit protector and gives you the results accordingly. So you see, now everything is passed and we have a proper protection for this motor. The same thing can be done for other motors or transformers. For the transformers, we show the damage curve of the transformer as well as the time current curve of the protective devices to be used and adjusted as we wish. The same approach could be used for coordination evaluation and fixing the issues observed in coordination. For instance, in coordination page, we can see for transformer TR21, there's an overlap for the upstream and downstream relays for these two relays, and that's why we have a violation because they are not meeting the required CTI or coordination time interval. In order to fix such issues, typically we can change the pickup or the time dial. So for this case, let me check the pickup of downstream relay. I can see it is set at 1600 amps. If I check the transformer secondary FLA in the rating page, I can see the secondary FLA is 1041. This means that the pickup of the secondary relay is set too high, something around 150-160%. So what I can do is either on this page or on the coordination page, I can change the pickup setting to something like 3, which is less than 125%. Press OK, and then let the program re-evaluate the coordination margin between the two curves due to the new pickup. As can be seen, by adjusting this pickup, now the coordination has passed. Now let's have a look at the evaluation criteria for protection and coordination. This is done based on the rules as explained in the beginning of this webinar, and we have Star Auto rulebook, which is consisting of two sections for protection and coordination. In the protection page, you define the voltage limit for the low voltage based on NEC 2014. You know, the voltage limit has increased from 600 to 1000, and the program is supporting it either way you want it. Then we have the pickup and evaluation criteria for different protection zones like the bus, cable, generator, load, induction motor, synchronous motor, transformer high voltage, transformer low voltage, and transmission line. It's nice to notice that we are supporting some of the NEC articles, like this one for motor protection. The limits are already available in the program. You also have the option to switch it to a user-defined value for these limits if you want to. The same applies for the transformer. We are supporting the NEC rules and guidelines for the protection of the transformer, which can be automatically used for transformer evaluation as well. On the coordination page, in addition to the time margin that is defined between the upstream and downstream protective device, we are accounting for the breaker operating time, and you can have it individually or globally applied to your evaluation. We also support the coordination between main and tie, or the instantaneous ratio of sequentially connected relays. The evaluation results are also available in Excel sheet format. So if you go to Report Manager, select Evaluation, Evaluation Report, and press OK, then you would have the Excel sheet report, which contains the general project information for evaluation with a summary of the protection results and individual zone evaluations such as bus, cable, load, motor, transformer, and also the coordination page. We showed you what is Star Auto evaluation and how it works. So let's have the answer for the rest of the questions we promised in the beginning of this webinar. The application of auto evaluation feature would be for any power system engineer who is directly or indirectly involved with any type of overcurrent protection and coordination studies. If you are doing arc flash hazard analysis, then naturally the short circuit study is the first step, and then the protection and coordination studies would be the next step. So naturally the star auto evaluation can help you in the second stage of your arc flash hazard analysis. If you are looking for more advanced and efficient software tools to make your daily job much easier in above areas, then naturally auto evaluation would be a great help. If you're managing, supervising, or helping other engineers which may have less experience in protection and coordination studies, then through the application of the rule books with proper setting for the protection and coordination, you can make sure that the results of the protection and coordination studies fulfills the requirement you have specified for such studies as well. If you are an experienced protection engineer yourself, but interested to verify the accuracy of your design criteria, then naturally auto evaluation can help you a lot. It can even pinpoint the areas that you may not have thought of. The benefits of auto evaluation can be summarized as efficiency and accuracy. If we get back to the initial project we used for this webinar, we showed you that with the click of a button, all of the protection and coordination evaluation is done, and the results are properly displayed in graphical and tabular format for review and fixing all of the observed issues right at the spot. So the time saving is a great factor and would be one of the major benefits of auto evaluation. Another advantage would be to look at all of the areas of protection and coordination in a single shot, and then have the possibility to fix them both on the tabular and graphical format at the same time. We showed you also that you can get the reports in tabular and graphical format as well, so that would make the life much easier for creation of the deliverables for any clients you may have. The minimum requirement for running star auto evaluation would be being able to run the short circuit and have the protected devices linked to the models in the library. So again, if you are in the star mode, if you're able to run the short circuit studies for the system, like star short circuit, as far as you're able to do this, and then you have met the first requirement. The second requirement is to link every individual protective device to our library that we have. As you know, we have a wide range of the library for all of the manufacturers with different types of devices, with different types of the trip units. So as far as you have linked your models to the proper library model, then the rest is not that important. What the program would evaluate your setting and give you the problematic areas for protection and coordination. Naturally, the best starting point is to have the as found setting or applied setting if you have an existing project to start with. So I think we could show you that star auto evaluation is a powerful tool which can intelligently and automatically detect the protection zones. It can evaluate the overcurrent protection and coordination based on customized design criteria which are defined in the rule book. You also have the opportunity to select the type of the evaluation and fault for such evaluation Program would provide you with tabular and graphical display of the result for further analysis and adjustments right at the spot, and then at the end provides you with the graphical snapshot and evaluation report. Hope you have enjoyed this webinar. Thank you for your attention and your time.